What is going on, all you amazing viewers to play later? How are we doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time it is when you are watching this video. Woo-hoo! We're jumping in the Wayback Machine with Mr. Peabody today, and yeah, we're going firstborn with the Space Wolves. As you know by the thumbnail, everything else you clicked on to get here today, you like the packaging? Really? You like it? That's right, we're taking a look at the Space Wolf Blood Claw pack. From a while ago. That's why we got the generic box nowadays, right? As opposed to the big fancy cool one that was like advertised when I got it, but still. But you know how we have to do things here on the channel. Let's get the adulting out of the way before we can play. First up is a word from our unofficial sponsor.
So there I was, 23 years old, prime of my life. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and my hair was thinning. It was all falling out. It wasn't until I discovered this one solution that changed everything. My first initial thought was, it's gotta be genetics, right? It's not my fault, this is genetic. Go and find out. I'm not the only one dealing with thinning hair and confidence issues. And it was nuts because we started to change everything in our routine.
We started looking at what we were putting in our bodies, what we were eating, how much water we were intaking, and then we started working out and taking care of ourselves, but still something was missing.
But also what we put on our body is drastically important to our skin and hair health. So we ditched all of those chemical filled products. We started using healthy, organic ingredients and took it upon myself to start creating these organic ingredient products to help people. I have a solution for you. Ditch all of those chemical filled products and grab something that's organic, natural, handmade, something that your family will thank you and your health will thank you. Make the switch today.
Great dude, great company, great products. Seriously, click the link down below. You will not be disappointed. Do not forget to abuse that viewer discount code that is exclusive to you guys. All right, I am filming this one on Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. Yeah, over on Games Workshop's website, it's 60 bucks. I found mine on Amazon. I was excited because, well, look at them. Bunch of firstborn howlers, terrors, rippers, guys that just want to get into combat and mess things up. They just passed through the initiate rites of the camps. Man, the Canucks gene seed has took hold. They didn't turn into wolfen, well, possibly yet. And they are ready to earn their stripes, for lack of a better phrase. Blood Claws are the lowest on the rung. Basically, you've got Blood Claws, you've got Grey Hunters, and then you got the elite Wolf Guard. The Wolf Guard have been around forever and a day, seen some things, and they can really mess your day up if they want to. But I had to get them, okay? Because I'm a Space Wolf diehard guy. I really, truly am. I love what they did. I love the fact that when I first started collecting them in 2nd edition, they were pewter. And I can remember going, oh my God, plastic, mind blown, when 3rd edition came out and they just gave everything a glow up. Okay. You get a lot of sprues in this bad boy. You really, really do. What we got here? 3, 4. You get 7 sprues in this kit. There's an awful lot of things you can do with it. Seriously. Now, because it is an old school kit, all right, really, really old school, there are no numbers by any of the things. You've really got to pay attention, number one, to your codex or the data sheets nowadays. You really have to see what you can arm your boys with. And, yeah, pay really close attention to some of the shoulder pads where they have pack markings on there. Yeah, I can explain that in a moment. But I've got so many extra bits now, which I'm happy because more bits for the bits box is always a good thing, okay? I mean, seriously, just like every model train, model plane, model, whatever you put together, you know you're going to have some extra parts. So with I have like Wolf Cavalry and another thing of Sky Claws that I'm looking at, this could come in handy a lot. Not to mention the extra heads are always a good thing when you're looking at doing things just a little bit differently. Not to mention the back banners. Think about 30K, you know, for my Horus Heresy. These could transfer over nicely. And yeah, I'll put the whole 15 together, okay? So basically, we're getting back into repetitive parts. So these guys are going to go to the mystery spot for a moment. Now, This is old school G-Dub instruction book. Seriously, it really truly is. Like I said, you get 15 in here, okay? I can field 15 blood claws. What I chose to do was 14 in one Wolfguard pack leader. So you have the big guy who's shepherding the young pups along, who has the better arms, better armament, and looks a little bit different. But according to your instruction manual, you can make 4 blood claws. What do we got? 1, 2, excuse me. 4 Wolfguard. Wow, you're off by a number. 5 Grey Hunters or 5 Blood Claws. So you're off by 1 somewhere. Just saying. Now, because it is an old school, everything's in black and white. Okay, so I do like the fact that they're putting together modeled pieces so you can take a look at them. And you're going, hey, that's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. Let me take some inspiration from that. But the one thing I really didn't like is they're like, all right, assembly line, get all the legs together, get all the torsos together, get all the backpacks together. I just struggle with a backpack or two, simply because I forgot my golden rule. Always put the backpacks on last, because you never know where the shoulder pauldrons are going to move and going to do things, right? Stop. Real life things. Woohoo! Kids already left for school. I'm good. But the other thing I didn't like about the black and whites is I like the new things where they tell you where to put plastic glue. Now you got to kind of figure it out on your own. It's not that hard, okay? You get so many accessories, so many different things. It's not even funny. The choice is yours, how you're going to put them together. Now be careful, because like right up here it says Wolfguard, okay? So that's going to be putting together the bad boys. And yes... stupid wolf helmet. I hate that thing with a passion. I really do. It's in there. But like I said, pay attention to your codex. See how you can arm them. You're going to be fine. Then it goes into Grey Hunters. And then it's going to go all the way down to Blood Claws. The one thing that I like is in the back, they give you codex sheets. Or data sheets nowadays. Okay? Remember, I started in 2nd edition, so I'm used to codexes. And they're going to tell you everything that can do. Just don't pay attention to the points. Pay attention to your codex. Alright. So there's all the stuff. Now let's get into the other fun things. Alright, come here from the mystery spot and the box of doom. Seriously. This is kind of what I'm currently working on. Well, part of what I'm working on. Alright. So for my Wolfguard guy, I gave him the backpack, gave him a power fist, and I went with a plasma gun, but I also put a wolf head on top to kind of symbolize it just a little bit more. Gave him more of a wolfy backpack, and went, okay, there we go. And yep, I'm really getting into cork nowadays to give them like big frost rocky outcroppings. So that's why every base has a cork base. I can have 2 plasma guns, so there's my first gunner. And I mean, how appropriate to give Blood Claws plasma guns, because when they overcharge them and blow their arms off, it's just going to look better when they're older. And there's my second guy. Now, some of these I had a problem with heads, simply because the heads were a little bit flatter than others. I really wanted to go with as many bare heads as I could, because they're wild, they're feral, they're out of control, they want to get into combat. So, yeah. A lot of heads. I did like the mohawk with like the ponytail coming down the backside. I thought that was kind of cool. Especially if you go back and look at old renditions of Viking haircuts, how they had wild, and I mean really wild, hairstyles. But here's a great example of a guy with like a flat head kind of sinking in. Just something as simple. Bolt pistols and chainswords. Get in, get at it. A lot of these kind of get a little bit repetitive, no offense. So, yeah, there's only so many options you can go. But I remember way back when, you know, here's one with like the flat head. Kind of had to put it in there a little bit weird. Yeah. Where it's kind of balancing back on the back brace, for lack of a better phrase, just to give it a little bit of a look. See, those are just, 7 examples? Like, there's another guy. head cocked off to the side. But this is the other part that it makes me giggle. All right. You move over there. And I really wanted to show this off. So I'm working on a unit of incursors, okay? These are the guys who've gone through the Primaris stuff. They're ready to go. You know, their big bad Belsaurus crawl just went, let's take what the Emperor made and made it so much bigger, badder, and harder. These are incursors. Look at Firstborn right next to him. I'm just saying, they look so puny. They look so puny. And even the cork bases are pretty much from the same sheet. I think it's from the same sheet. I can't remember if I did a different one or whatnot. I just got a big bulk order of cork in, so yeah. But yeah, I just, the differences, okay? I can remember being blown away getting these guys, and these guys are just, the Primaris sides are just so much more fun. They really are. But that's the weirdness in there. You can make any pack markings you want. Now, if you want to go traditional with your wolf, you know, your Space Wolves, they're yellow base and a red pack marking, all right? But it's your pack. Make it however you want. Maybe you're making a successor chapter. I mean, there's only been, what, the Spears of the Wolf or the Wolf Spears? Every other one has kind of failed, but the Wolf Spears were made up of Primaris from Crawl, so that's why they succeeded. In my opinion only. I also like the fact that no Space Wolf has ever fallen to chaos. They have this resistance to chaos for some reason. But remember, there's no wolves on Fenris. That's why the Thunderwolf Cavalry just really doesn't exist. Or the Fenrisian Wolves, which I'm adding to my Thunderlance detachment. Or Stormlance, whatever. The fast-moving detachment. I've got so many things going through my head, but I just got them in. I'm happy I got them. I feel like I'm rounding out my collection before they get a glow up, hopefully, at the end of 10th or maybe even the beginning of 11th. Because if you watch, like, Chapter Master Valrak and the Foil Rack, supposedly at the end of 10th, Leman Russ returns. So you know there's going to be a massive glow up when the Wolf Father returns, right? But okay. We are at the most important part of the video. Seriously, this is the one I truly have the most fun with. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, anger, all that fun stuff right down below. Do you play Space Wolves? If so, do you still have any of the original Firstborn in there? Or have you flipped over to the Assault Intercessors and are calling them Blood Claws like I had to for my first pack? Took me a while to track these bad boys down. Seriously, every time I looked on Amazon, they were just hardly ever there. And I really wasn't in the mood to give G-Dub a whole bunch of money if I could find it better on the secondary market, which is why I went the eBay route. I was a little concerned when I got the generic box in, and I went, oh, did I get ripped? Opened it up, went, nope, time to have some fun. Like I said, do you have any Firstborn in your force? How do you feel about these guys? Don't you think it's hilarious how the Space Marines were the biggest, baddest mother effers in the galaxy? And now the Primaris, they're like, oh, you're good, little brother. You're good. The size comparison between the two is hilarious. And of course, I'm Space Wolves, and we're always late to the game for everything, so at least we have Primaris now. But if it made you laugh, made you cringe, made you cry, made you do any of that while filming this video, and because it's me, I'm pretty sure that I did, please hit that big old thumbs up. Oh my God, it's only going to give you great karma. You put out good, you get good back. It's got to show love and support for the channel, which is always appreciated. And it's going to smack that almighty algorithm in the mouth and go, wake up. We love what this guy's doing over there. But there we go, guys. My quick, weird unboxing look at Warhammer 40K's Space Wolves Blood Claws Firstborn box set. I'm calling it Firstborn because we have Primaris, but still. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Hope you're having a great day today. Hope you're having a safe day today. And Emperor willing, one day we'll be rolling dice across the tabletop.